So if tomorrow the government comes with its bulldozers or its men?
Well, they have to come because they will meet me and my children here. So I think they will have to push us over in the rivers.
The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has given some business operators near this bridge in Arnos Vale 7 days ending tomorrow, September 21, to remove their structures. Chief Surveyor Keith Francis, in his letter 1 week earlier, said that the government will soon begin the process of renovating and upgrading the bridge to access the temporary schools and other developments at the decommissioned E.T. Joshua Airport. However, the notice to vacate is not sitting well with the small business owners and residents, some of whom have been operating or living in the area for more than 2 decades. Some say that the notice period is too short, while others say they have nowhere else to go and the business is the only source of income for multiple generations.
I wash down every day of my life. I'm 17 years old. I come leave my mother home up one hill and come on the street and start to wash down vehicle here. That's my daily living. And then I open my shop, right? I open a shop. And before I opened, I went to Mike Brown. In the days of Mike Brown, when he now going into politics, I asked him to use a spot. He tell me, okay, put up a small shop and go at it. Okay. The second term, when you do the second term, I asked him if I could expand it. He said, yes, go ahead. I expand it, I paid me tax and everything. Okay.
Tax?
Tax, yeah. The tax to the spot, right? Okay. Then I continue, always washing down. I don't want to lose my customers. My customers always looking out for me. You understand? Everybody know me. Near and far, everybody around me glow. No talk to. Right? Okay. Last week, Tuesday now, Keith Francis come and start to play, bring a letter and say, you have to move from me. So I said, just so. He said, well, hold on. This is your letter. I said, oh, I'll take it. I take it. Okay. Then this morning, I see they come back with the acting Prime Minister Gomery and Keith Francis, two inspector.
Inspector of police? Or?
Yeah, inspector of police, Brown and Scratchy. Right? They come back.
So that's the inspector and the superintendent?
Right, inspector and the superintendent. They come out
from the traffic department?
From the traffic department. And they talk to nobody. And I was surprised that I was standing and he said, Mr. Daniel, Mr. all these things have to move. So I said, just so? You again? I said, you again with that? You can't just move people just so? You are no... That's not the way how to go along doing things. But he didn't say nothing. Right. But if you do moving people, locate them. I mean, I will locate where to put me. Yeah, another place to put me. I do a little car wash and making no trouble. Yeah, and that's how I make my living daily now because everything hard and tough in the country. They want to put me in jail. So I commit crime. I'm not a crime person. I'm going on do crime. I put on the little watch down the place 1 week and I'm satisfied. Just love me when we do my thing. When we do my car wash, just love me.
Okay, so you say you have a shop. What kind of shop is it?
You can close up the little things. I'm doing nothing right now, nothing going on, so
So what do you sell? What did you normally sell in the shop?
Well, things like that, you know. Thing, a little bit, and then for a long time, not going to happen.
You said you've been washing cars since you were 17. To get an idea of how long that is, can I ask you how old you are now?
I'm 53.
53?
Yeah.
So that's quite a few years you've been washing cars.
Yeah.
And from the income that you generate from washing cars, do you have people depending on you? Do you have children? Do you have a significant other?
I have a little other support my mother because she's 70 years of age. You understand? And I tell her she's like every weekend I have to buy she groceries and she vegetables and things like that. You understand? That's my donation to my mother. You understand? And then support myself. Right?
Do you know of any other area where you can go and do your car washing?
No, not at all.
Maybe a better idea, a better question might be to ask you, why is this a good spot to do car washing?
So this is a better spot for me because it's more international area. You understand? I don't make my name here already. You understand? I don't already make my name here. And everybody know I did here.
And also I think you get the water from the river.
And I get the water from the river.
What would you like the authorities to do?
Well, why say now the government does just me, so me and Paul, I will stay here and do my car wash. The car just come in, 20 minutes time, I don't wash the car and they gone. They come stop and then take 10 minutes, 15, 30 minutes, I don't wash a van, it's gone. So, wait until I move into the wash. You understand? Because slow down my daily living. That's why I make my living about. I feed myself and feed my mother.
Alright, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and you only start to take over from my mother now. Yeah, because it's our business. She deal with it from young, she bring me out, send me school and everything. So as I finish school and everything, now I come and take over and maintain for her.
And how long has that been?
Since I born, that like 25, 26 years and more.
How important is this business to you and your family?
Well, it's a serious income to us, cause right now my father and thing ain't really, you know. So it's like this is bringing in the income for everybody at home.
And were you given a letter also to move?
Yeah.
Do you have the letter there? What does it say?
No, I don't have the letter, it's my queen. Have it. I ain't really, you know. I ain't really read it and thing, it's the queen and all them seeing it.
So how do you feel about the fact that you've been ordered to move from here?
Well, I'm feeling too right, because out here is with our base from day one. So custom and everything done bill and, you know, right on the main, everybody want them little greens and vegetables to cook. All the little stall and restaurant and thing on the area, we support them.
Do you have any other place you can set up this business if you're forced to move?
No, not at the moment. We ain't got no location is right here, so we did from day one. So no other spot in mind.
You said that you and your mother are involved in the business. Can you give me an idea of how many people depend on this business for their livelihood, like in terms of your family?
Yeah. Me, mother, daddy, sisters, brothers.
So your whole household then?
That.
No, the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will soon start the process of renovating and upgrading the bridge to access the temporary schools and other development at the decommissioned E.T. Joshua Airport. Further to conversations held with the officials of this department, you are hereby given 7 days notice from today to remove your structure and vacate the area. As you should be aware, measurement of your structure was recently completed and the department in the process of forwarding this information to Cabinet for its consideration for any compensation that may be offered. We look forward to your cooperation as we work to enhance the development of our blessed land.
How did you feel when you received this letter?
Well, I believe it was a joke. It was a hoax. It was a joke in the first place because to remove a structure in 7 days, you have nowhere to go. You have to remove water, remove equipment, find somewhere to for storage if you don't have storage. So it is preposterous. And how will you feel that? I just feel like this whole thing is a joke. I just feel like that. But my son is 13 years. That's the first son for me. He's only here before he's even born.
So you were operating before he was born?
Yes, please.
How did you come to occupy this spot?
Okay, I used to be the chef at Treehouse Bar. I used to work with Mr. Cameron Primus. locally known as .com. He was, well, I used to run here in the day and used to work with him in the night. But he was murdered a couple of years ago, or at least 5 years ago. He was murdered. So I didn't have a job after he was murdered. After he was murdered, I just had to operate do something else so to support myself and my kids.
So what kind of business is this really?
This is just a cook shop, ital shop. I do ital, I do chicken, I do look at roast pork and thing now and then. My grill is outside there. Roast chicken, roast pork. But it's actually a cook shop.
So you said after your former employer died, you had to operate this full time. So I guess it's very important to the income of your household.
Yes, I was appointed before he died, right? But after he died, it is what you say, that part of income was taken away. So you had to be here like 24/7, right? Like 24/7, I had to be here. So
I see you have. It seems as if you have an electricity connection.
Yes, electricity connection.
You have a water connection also.
Water connection, yes.
How were you able to get these things?
We had to go into the relevant authorities to get it done.
So you got permission to get
water, of course.
And the other people around the area, they tell me that they pay taxes. Do you pay taxes also?
Yes, yes.
How much tax do you pay per year?
Well, I think it's $10 per year.
And last week, as I understand it, some letters were given to you last week Tuesday.
Yes, last week Tuesday they came in the morning. Some guys came in the morning and measured the buildings, and in the space of 2 hours we were given a letter. Came back with letters. So this thing was it was cooking long time. This thing was cooking long time. They came and measured the same day we got letters. Right? Across on the bridge over there, I know when they said the bridge was going to be built, we have a couple of people who got letters. I think Madras, who died long time ago, and the guy below the bridge. I think they was given letters to remove because they are in the way of the bridge, of the widening of the bridge. But this road, when they come and tell us that this road had to widen to put a bridge for the school, I don't know what the bridge is all about. And bus stop, they talk about bus stop. Well, you have all this land in the airport here. Why you gonna put a bus stop out here on the main road? Me, and all the people around me, we're not standing in way of progress. We're not standing in way of progress. If they have to do, they have to do. What they have to do, they have to do. But we need adequate time, and we need, well, compensation, yes, and somewhere to relocate. We went to him, and you can't say, he can't tell us, well, find somewhere, in the meantime, find somewhere.
Who's him?
That's Mr. Keith Francis. We went to him, he spoke to us, we talked to Curtis King, he said he can't get on to the PS, and he can't get on to, well, he said he can't get on to nobody at all. So
Curtis King is your MP?
Yes, we called Curtis King, he himself couldn't give us no answer as to what is taking place. But the school is going to open on the 4th, and they need the place to widen the road and to put a bridge cross. Why you want to put a bridge cross? There's a bridge there already. So what's the problem? Come and tell us what's the problem. So as I say, I don't stand in our progress, but we need adequate time, and we need the officials to come and talk to us one-on-one and tell us what's going on.
How much time would you say is adequate time?
Well, I say if I rent in a house, most people give you 3 months notice. 3 months notice is not enough time to remove a business unless they're going to put you somewhere. If they're going to put you somewhere. But I said 3 months, we know, well, boy, get your house in order for 3 months. Fair enough. This is not election time, so we know what's going on.
What do you mean by that?
This is not election time. That's what I'm telling you. This is not election time, so we could go on to our representative and we might get a closure. All the closure, quick closure. And find out. This is COVID time. Right? These are dangerous times. This is COVID time, but still you can't put somebody out on the street for COVID. But we might be on a lockdown soon, who knows? With the way of COVID going on here.
What impact, if any, has COVID had on your business?
Well, can't I can tell you a lot. As I said, I waiting for the prime grant already. It's went to cabinet. It was approved. I got called a couple times. I never received a cent up to this day, and I'm still here without a cent. When cartmen have been paying, when other people in town who don't really pay taxes have been paid, and we got nothing up to this day. Nothing. So COVID impact me, and not me, I could say for my neighbors also a lot, because business around this area slowed down a lot with COVID, and now it's getting worse. It's gonna get terrible.
To give an idea, and you say it affected you a lot. What percent would you say, by what percent would you say your income has fallen? Let's say you used to make $100 a month. How much would you say?
I would say I was 75%.
So you make now $75 instead of 100, or you make 25?
25 instead of 100.
You make 25 instead of 100?
Instead of 100. Well, you could put it at that rate, because the cost base and customer base and COVID, if you tell them put on a mask, they will want to argue with you and say this and that, you don't have on one or this, but I'm here behind here alone. I don't think I'm in a mask too. I think I'm enough this time, enough this time. But I say, I could say something again, with the schools going over there, we now here, looking now to make a little more money. So come back off the 75% where the COVID cut down, we go say might go back to 125, because at the schools opening, you might look more food might sell, and you know, might be a little more business. So we're looking now to do a little more turnaround with the schools gonna open over there. Well, now you're trying to shut us down. So I don't think that makes no sense at all. And throwing us out into the cold, we have nowhere to go. You're telling us in the meantime look for somewhere. I think that is totally wrong. Totally wrong. It's unholy.
So if tomorrow the government comes with its bulldozers or its men?
Well, they have to come because they will meet me and my children here. So I think they will have to push us over in the rivers. We have nowhere to go, Ken. We have nowhere to go. Relocate us, compensate us, and then you have the place to do what you want to do.
Okay, you are selling food. Do you sell liquor?
Liquor, I sell a couple of beers and, what you call it? I have a fridge that is not even working at this moment. It is out of commission.
The question I wanted to ask you, to the extent that you're selling food, you know the government has a lot of lands over there at the decommissioned airport. Do you think that maybe for those of you who are not selling stuff that they would think is unattractive for students?
For students.
That maybe they could allow you to set up your, like build some nice stalls there.
Yes, fair enough.
So you can run your businesses.
Yes, fair enough. Fair enough, Kenton. That's fair enough. You need to set up stalls, yes. So, I tell you, leave it in the hands of God. I say our PM is a holy man, so we leave it in the hands of God.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. DeFreitas, for talking to me. And all the best.
Thank you.
How long have you been operating this shop?
24 and odd years.
24 and odd years. How did you come to begin operating here?
Well, I was living around here, around the area, and then decided well into some business. I had a smaller parlor, and as the time go by, I established a business.
Did you seek permission to start operating here?
Well, actually no.
And for the time you've been here, did you get any warnings to move or anything like that?
No.
Do you have an electricity connection here?
Yeah, I have water, light, internet.
And how did you have to go about getting these?
Well, you have to go to the same land and survey department to get a letter permission to to take to Vincent. So I got that letter from them.
Are you aware that your structure was measured or anything like that?
Well, yeah, my son told me they came out and they measured the place and stuff like that. But my issue right now is a 7 days notice. How could you give somebody 7 days to remove a structure like this who has been in business for 24 and odd years? I mean, it's harsh. 7 days is not enough time. And as a matter of fact, if they know they had this thing in place for quite a long time. I mean, it ain't like today for today. So when they're saying they're taking this to cabinet, them things should have done put in place as well. So when you come with the 7 days notice, we know, well, we ain't had nothing to worry about because they don't fit things in place for us.
How much notice do you think would be reasonable?
Well, I can't really say right now because right now, this is just how everybody's stressed out. Because this is my livelihood, this is who I live by. I pay my bills, take care of my kids and every other thing else.
Can I ask you how many children you have? How many dependent children?
Well, I have 4 sons, I have 2 grandsons, and even though they're big, everything still come in place for them because when they can't provide for themselves, I assist them out. I have a son going to school. He goes to intermediate secondary school, heading into Farm 4. I have to provide his books, everything concerning school. I have to deal with my grandchildren when my son can't afford to be with them. I have to fit in place because I don't expect them to do nothing bad for you. This is our livelihood. My kids and everybody is here with me. This is, as a matter of fact, me up there, I have a home up there, but it's occupied by them. When the time comes, I'm sleeping because I have to protect my business also. So you put me out to rest in summer when the night comes to because I just stay here and safe at my business. And I can't really predict a time, how much time I need. Because really and truly, when I move this, what is my next move? What is my next means of income? What I expect people to do? This is people who, the butcher style right there, the guy in there, but they 30 and odd days, they 24 and something. They do the vegetable style among the same time and others. And they have other houses, like 2-3 houses below, and the same track we do. So, I mean, I ain't against the government doing what they have to do, the place have to build, it have to develop, things have to be in place, but then you have to think about the people and the well-being also.
Put things in the right perspective.
Do it in the right way. Deal with us like human beings. They can remember when they go home, they're going home to everything they have. Definitely. They have it all set up. We're struggling to survive. And in spite of the whole stress we're going through, the acting Prime Minister, Keith Francis, and the officers who supposed this traffic cap, they been there this morning and they didn't even utter a word to us. Like they just how we like nobody. Like no cancel all of them. They don't really care what's going on with us. And not even that, I have a land tax in here that how we paying, so you how we paying tax, let me get it for you. Forget to fill in the party. Keep it up there, bro.
Kent, this is ridiculous.
If you want to say something, you want to say it on camera.
Yeah. This is totally ridiculous. You understand? You cannot take people's livelihood and put them to the dog. Where they are going? What is the next alternative? There is something supposed to be in the right proposal, at the right place, at the right time.
Do you operate a business here?
Right?
Do you own a business here?
Have a fun.
You said you're a customer?
Yeah.
So you think what is being done is wrong?
Definitely.
They could have fired.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
They could have government fired.
Who cares? Let's speak to my right.
Just hold it up. Stay there.
I speak to my right.
This is a
people right.
tax that we pay every year. This is my name written on top of it, Marlington.
How much tax do you pay annually?
Well, $10 a year. At least they're showing you that you're occupying this spot.
And have you been paying that tax? Do you pay?
Yeah.
Alright, thanks a lot.
Record this here, Ali.
I don't want to be recorded.
How long have you been living here?
About 20 to 25 years.
When you move here, did you get permission to move? Huh?
I mean, like,
Did you get permission to build the structure here?
no, sir. Because the structure was here and I want something to live here. Okay.
And you have a document in your hand. What is that document you have
Yes,
there?
well, they come once upon a time and they value the place for $2,000 and say I have to pay $10 every year.
That's the government.
Yeah.
And have you been paying that $10?
Yes, sir.
And did you receive a letter ordering you to move from here within 7 days?
Yeah.
When did you get that letter?
I think last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, somebody, yeah.
So are you prepared to move by tomorrow?
Well, it's a long time. 7 days is too short. You have to give you a little more time.
How much time do you think is reasonable?
We say about 2 months. I remember thing have a joke out. You know?
So do you have somewhere else where you can build a structure?
Well, yeah, that'll be alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I could go.
Do you mind if I ask you if you live alone or
Yeah, I live alone.
and what do you do, sir?
I fix engines.
So you're a mechanic.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks a lot for speaking to me.